HYBE breaks its silence with a shocking confession. Is Jungkook the victim? Hello K-pop fans. In the world of stardom, where fame comes cloaked in shimmering lights and deafening cheers, not every story told is full of joy. Behind the polished smiles and flawless performances, behind the hundreds of millions of streams, global tours, and glimmering trophies, lies something else. A world of silence. A world of pain. And sometimes, betrayal. Today, that silence has been broken. HYBE, one of the most powerful entertainment empires in the world, has finally spoken. But their words have only deepened the mystery. Because what they admitted has shaken fans to the core. And at the center of this unfolding storm is none other than Jungkook, the Golden Magne, the youngest member of BTS, a global icon, a man whose talent and sincerity have touched millions, but who, according to growing suspicions, may have been the very victim of a system he helped build. Let's rewind. To understand how we got here, we must return to the beginning. Jungkook was never just another idol. Even in his teenage years, his passion burned brighter than most. He trained harder, stayed later, sang longer. His hunger to grow was unmatched. And when he debuted with BTS, that flame only grew. Year by year, album by album, he evolved. Not just as a performer, but as an artist, a dreamer, a fighter. He gave everything. His youth, his health, his privacy. All for a dream. All for the music. All for ARMY. But now, that very dream may have turned against him. When HYBE released their internal report admitting to unacceptable management pressure and creative conflict with certain artists, many thought it would fade into the background. A vague apology. A simple PR move. A way to dodge real accountability. But fans were not fooled. They began to connect the dots. Jungkook's sudden disappearance from live streams. His brief, guarded Weverse messages. The shift in his expressions during interviews. His recent statements that sounded restrained, mechanical. And most haunting of all, his silence. In one chilling fan call, he whispered, "I'm tired, but I'm okay." 5 words. But for those who know him, it was enough. Enough to feel the pain between the syllables. Enough to hear the exhaustion behind the smile. Then came the questions. What exactly was happening behind the scenes? Sources close to the company spoke anonymously. Producers hinted that Jungkook had conflicts with HYBE's upper management during the making of his solo work. That he wanted freedom to write what he felt, to create from the heart. But the company, hungry for global charts and brand alignment, had other plans. He was told what beats to use. What lyrics to approve. What image to portray. His vision was silenced. One producer recalled. Jungkook came to the studio and just stared at the wall. 4 hours. He said nothing. It was like, he was there, but not really. That producer never saw him smile again after that session. This was not the Jungkook the world knew. This was not the radiant spark we saw dancing across stages, laughing in interviews, lighting up arenas. This was a young man, dimmed. Fans began protesting. Digital trucks outside HYBE headquarters. Hashtag campaigns in every language. Billboards, letters, petitions. Hashtag protect Jungkook. Hashtag let him create. Hashtag HYBE explain. But instead of answers, the company offered silence. Or worse, deflection. HYBE executives deflected responsibility, claiming miscommunication, structural inefficiencies, and corporate oversight. Oversight? How do you overlook the well-being of your most precious star? And still, Jungkook said nothing. But silence is also a message. Was he protecting the company? Was he protecting his members? Or was he just too tired to fight anymore? This is where the story turns darker. Some insiders claim that what Jungkook experienced wasn't just pressure, it was manipulation. He was allegedly made to believe that his ideas weren't commercial enough. That if he didn't follow instructions, the company wouldn't back him. that he'd be risking not only his solo career but the group's future. Imagine that weight. Imagine being 26 and told that your personal growth could destroy everything you helped build. So he complied. He smiled. He performed. And the world cheered. But inside, he may have been breaking. Recently, his absence from key events has only added fuel to the fire. Jungkook missing from his Hyung's military farewell sparked confusion. HYBE remained vague. Fans, however, grew louder. Where is Jungkook? What's going on? Is he okay? And the answer may be more complex than any of us can imagine. Because maybe, for the first time, Jungkook is trying to reclaim his voice. To take a breath. To decide, on his own terms, who he really is. Not as a product. Not as a brand. But as a human being. We don't know the full truth. Not yet. But we do know this. Jungkook deserves better. He deserves respect, not just as an artist, but as a person. He deserves the freedom to dream. To make mistakes. To create without fear. To rest. And perhaps, this moment of crisis is also a moment of awakening. For the industry. For fans. And for Jungkook himself. To Jungkook, if you're watching this. We see you. We hear you. And we will never stop standing beside you. Because you are not just a performer. You are not just an idol. You are you. And that is more than enough. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We'll keep bringing you the stories others don't dare to tell. Until then, stay strong. And remember, the world is watching.